All right, welcome back to another episode of Weird Fruit Wednesday. Today we have the Pepino Melon. I've had this fruit before. Personally, not one of my, if you hear my dogs running around, I am sorry. They have the zooms. But personally, this is not one of my most favorite fruits ever. I actually can find this fruit at a lot of grocery stores, which I find strange because personally, I don't think it's good at all. So let's get into it. Pepino melons are actually in the nightshade family along with tomatoes and eggplant. So I don't really know why they're called a melon when they're not in the melon family. The taste is definitely not similar to a melon. It is not very sweet and not very juicy, so I don't know why it's called a melon. It kind of maybe resembles a melon, but to me, if anything, it's like an eggplant and a little tomato, maybe like a Roma tomato, a white Roma tomato with little eggplant vibes. Definitely not a melon in my opinion. So they do say on the internet that the flavor is described of melon, honey, and cucumber. I think cucumber is definitely the flavor that it resembles the most out of any of those. I definitely would not describe honey or melon. They say the skin is edible and it can be eaten like an apple. Personally, I don't want to eat the skin, so I'm gonna cut it in half, but you can eat the skin. They are super nutritious. They're full of polyphenols and vitamin C. Most people just eat them raw or add them to salads or things like that. They are from South America, and I think in a lot of foods from South America, they use it in their cooking a lot, but in America, I've never seen a recipe call for it. I just think there's so many better fruits out there than this, so that's my opinion on it. But I'm just gonna cut it in half and we're gonna see what the inside looks like. All right, so this one is very juicy. I don't know if you can see the juice coming off of it. The center is kind of coming out, similar to like when you cut a melon and all the seeds are coming out, so maybe that's why it's called melon. The flavor the smell on this one's actually pretty good, and it does kind of smell like a melon. So maybe I'm just getting like fact checked in real time because this is definitely not what I remember it tasting like. I haven't had this fruit in probably like 10 years, to be honest. Actually, I probably did a Weird Fruit Wednesday on it back in the day. So maybe like 5 years. But it definitely has a really like pleasant smell. Okay, so you could bite into it and eat the skin and just avoid the middle, but since I cut it in half, I'm just gonna scoop out the middle like you would a melon, and like literally juice is just like flying out of this. Since it's in the nightshade, keep it away from your dogs and your creatures. All right, so this little bit is like not coming off, so I'm just gonna eat around it. The texture is firm on the outside, but soft and kind of mushy on the inside, so like the center, I mean. Smell very pleasant. Honestly, I haven't had this in so long, it's gonna be a surprise to me what it tastes like. I should have known. I should have known it was not gonna be that good. Oh my gosh. It's like, the smell is such a catfish. The smell, you're like, oh my gosh, like, this is gonna be so good. Okay, definitely cucumber taste, but cucumber is like 100 times better than this. Very juicy, I'm not kidding, like it just keeps overflowing with juice. There are some little seeds on the inside. It's not sweet at all, and it kind of tastes, once I get the flavor, I can't quite think of what the flavor is, but no matter what flavor it is, tastes extremely watered down, like sparkling water when it's like, it could taste like something, but it doesn't. That's kind of how this tastes to me. I'm not looking forward to this. Okay. It tastes like the rind of a honeydew. Like once you've eaten all the good parts, and I mean like all the good parts of the honeydew, it tastes like the rind that's left over. Excuse me. I'm trying to film here. Thank you. That was so kind. It tastes like the rind of a watermelon, actually. Probably a watermelon, more of it. So why would you buy this when you could just eat a watermelon, eat all the good part of the watermelon, and then eat the rind, and you'd basically have this? So, not impressed. Not as bad as noni. I'd put it with like cherimoya, goldenberry, those types of fruits, where it's like, now that I've done a Weird Fruit Wednesday on them, I don't really ever plan on eating them again. I've had them enough times throughout my life to know it's gonna suck. So that's how I feel about this. Again, there's health benefits, there's all this, but you can get the same health benefits from so many other fruits that are so much better than this. I could see how maybe if you like pickled this or like used it in cooking, it could be good. But again, I just feel like you would have like a cucumber or watermelon or like an apple or something else that's actually good, that you don't need to like add all these flavors to make it good, if that makes sense. So I got this at Harris Teeter. I've seen it at Publix. I've seen it at Whole Foods. I've seen it at like small local grocery stores in South Florida. You know, I've seen it all over the place. And I don't know why. So maybe a lot of people use this. A lot of ethnic recipes probably call for it. Maybe you grew up eating it. If you did, I'd love to hear how you cook with it or what you think of it. Eating it plain, I'm not a huge fan, but I'm super curious to know how people use this and how people enjoy it and why it's at so many grocery stores. I don't know if it's just a cheap exotic fruit, so that's why they have it at the grocery store and people try it, but I don't know. All right, so that's Pepino Melon. If you've ever had this fruit before, please let me know what you think about it below, and make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.